Aerial balls, there's a lot of aerial duels, there's a lot of second balls that you have to try and win, a lot of set plays because they play for the set plays, so you've got to be extremely organized, And so we knew it was going to be difficult. Plus, they've started actually quite well. They've only conceded 1 goal in the 4 games that they had played. So we knew that we needed to be organised defensively, be aware on the counter, but on the ball, we needed to be brave enough to press them. And then our transitions needed to be good. And we caught them on 2 occasions and got those 2 early goals, but we had opportunities to make it 3 and possibly 4, which I would have preferred at half-time, to really kill off the game. 2-0 lead at half-time is not a comfortable lead. It's a very dangerous lead, and I said to the players half-time that next 15 minutes are going to be extremely important for us, because if we can score another goal, then we can kill off the game. But if they score, then it's going to become a struggle, But I thought they fought, really, really hard, and I explained to the players, they play with energy, they play with a lot of intensity, a lot of aggression, and they did it, and they made it hard for us, We had 1 or 2 opportunities in the second half that we could have possibly extended the lead, but overall I can't complain, I can't complain. 8 games in the space of a month, not easy, and the players really responded very, very well, Four wins and a draw in your 5 games, league games, was quite exceptional. So I'm very, very proud of the squad and also the technical team.
Let it go. You see, top of the table now. You prefer being the hunter or the hunted?
I prefer to be the hunter. I think we still are the hunter. It's still early days, So right now we worry about ourselves. We try and collect as many points as we possibly can. We go to every game with a mindset that we want to win that match, irrespective of who we play against, be they a big club or a small club. What was important for us now was to come through this 8-game period with positive results, and we did that. Would we have liked to have seen ourselves in the final of the MTN? Obviously, I think that's the one thing that let us down, but I cannot fault the guys when it comes to the league performances.
With the form that you're currently showing, and maybe you might have a different opinion, but a lot of us thought you finished strong in the previous campaign as well after you've taken over. You're surprised that the national teams come out and there's no... No, I'm not surprised, because the national team's doing well. So if the national team's doing well, why are you going to chop and change players, So you've got to give those players the opportunity to prove why they're doing it. And if obviously the form goes down, then now you start looking at other players. So for me, it's not a surprise that what they've selected are the squad that has done extremely well.
And Coach, you was talking about you guys playing the best football currently of everybody. That's
I don't know. Maybe I don't entirely agree. There's, like I said, we got to be better on the ball. Sometimes this evening we give the ball away cheaply. We put ourselves under unnecessary pressure. So I still think there's a lot of room for improvement in terms of how we play.
Coach, you speak about you wanted more goals, but also it's still early on, but the goal difference is already playing, it's at play looking at you and Chiefs right now. Are you already considering that we really need more goals for that as well?
Not really, I just want to win matches, whether it's 1-0 or 2-0, it doesn't really matter for me, So like I said, we've done well against Orbit. We managed to get 3. This evening we managed to get 2. But it's not always going to be that way. And to win leagues, you're going to have to play ugly football sometimes. And sometimes Sundowns has shown examples of it year in, year out. They win 1-0, last minute. They scramble a goal. That we're going to have to face. I don't think we have the luxury to go around and say, well, we're going to be beating people 3-0, 4-0. It's not going to happen.
Coach, the depth in your goalkeeping department, does it please you that Sapunga comes in and also a clean sheet, and also is it something that is going to be critical in terms of you?
Very critical for us, because I must be honest, our number one would be Toaster. He's not here yet. We're still waiting on his work permit, so at least there's good competition there.
Coach, do you think that also for Bradley is that early on to speak about him, already saying top goal scorer, setting the challenge on?
But Bradley is used to it. So, it won't faze him. He's used to scoring goals and he wants to score goals and he knows how to score goals. Our job is just to keep him on the field, first and foremost. Very, very important, because he has had a history of injuries. But so far so good. He's been well managed and he's been coping, So I'm not going to teach Bradley anything new.
Coach, sort of two maybe big calendar events coming up, the FIFA break and then the window finally closing in that same month as well. Anything that you can anticipate?
Possibly. I can never say never. There's the possibility of one or two new signings. That we have this opportunity now during the FIFA break to have a look at certain players that are coming for assessment. More important is recovery, because as I said, 8 games in the space of a month is crazy. So I've got a lot of tired legs, tired bodies, tired minds. So I'm going to give them 3 days off just to recover.
You think that that's going to give you enough time to come up with maybe a plan or strategy ahead of the next match?
So it's the 16th, so 2 weeks. I had a day to come up with a plan for this game. I've got 2 weeks now for Chiefs, so
More than enough.
if you can't, then I don't understand. Then you shouldn't be.